What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Killpeat strategy, and today I am playing Britannia Advanced. Progressive cards, 60-second turns, balanced blitz for rolls, no novice, no fog, no blizzard with expert AI, and I think we have 2 AI and 3 human opponents. So, I'm currently ranked number 50. On track to keep this streak going, assuming I continue to win. In the first position, we have a AI that is red. In the second position, we have Scott Oddman flying the flag of Turkey, 40 hours, 8 wins, 106 losses. That looks like a beginner. In the third position, we have a bot, and then myself. And in the fifth position, we have Enoch Alpha, also flying the flag of Turkey, 46 hours, 20 to 85. And finally, the yellow player flying the flag of Spain, El Miliki. And okay, so it looks like we've got 3 beginners in this game. Green attacks in Ireland. They occupy most of the south of the island. They have a 7 stack that is locked inside of themselves, so they're going to want to move that 7 out. But they don't. It looks like green is making a strong claim to Ireland. The thing about this map is, though, you're never going to hold the continents. The only continent that's even really possible to be held is Wales. I've been given a minor position in Ireland that is going to be destroyed by green. I just know it. So what I'm going to do on my turns, I'm going to make my attack into the north of Ireland. I'm going to put the minimum amount of troops necessary. I'm just going to put 2. And then I'm going to put my remaining troop here, with a look to consolidate these 2 pieces of the bot over the next couple of turns. I want to preserve a piece of Ireland and slowly march that one north, because the way you occupy 2 distributed positions in this map is you usually want a piece of Scotland and a piece of England. But in this case, I'll take an east-west split instead. The north-south split is just better because you have more distance, but as you can see, my furthest north position is this one, so it's still technically what I'm trying to do. In England, you have these 2 large territories, South Mercia and, what is that? The name is kind of something Heimbria, and that is the blocking points in the stack of England. You either have to go through these territories, or if you occupy them, go around. So whether or not you occupy them into the mid-game is kind of key. So what I like to do is, if I'm starting them, I like to move out. So what I'm going to do on my next turn is I'm going to occupy one of these 2 territories and move my stack into it, and then take the next one. So I'm going to go pop, pop over the next 2 turns. And that will leave the center column likely able to be attacked by someone else, and then open, which will allow me to move out through it after that. I'm not going to do much with this stack right now. I can't, because there's a 4 there. There's nowhere for me to go. As predicted, green aggressively tries to conquer Ireland some more, and that's fine by me, because I would like to see what they have left, be able to push through a 5 stack. I think I'm going to put 1 troop there on the start of my turn. The orange bot will attack south, I predict. Bots like to move into the area of least resistance, so the smaller the number, the better. And there's another bot fighting for Ireland. Perfect. I bet you green doesn't love that. So green is down to this position. That's something interesting to take note of when your opponent starts to get locked within a single place on the board. I think 2 is fine, because I have the rest of my troops out here. I'm going to attack this northern piece of England, and I'm going to move my large army into it. Very clear what I'm signaling. I'm not signaling that I'm going north, I'm signaling that I'm going there. And then I'll hook into that the next turn, and then I'll have a striking position and a fair guard over the east of England. And that way I won't have to worry about people coming at me from one front. I can attack in a single direction. The blue players occupying a lot of the board, but they're still one territory shy of 12, so I'm not worried. And the yellow players doing what I was saying is a good thing, is you want to hold a northern position and a southern position, but their northern position isn't strong. So depending on what they do on their next turn, either they bolster it and use it, or potentially lose it. Red's still putting it in Ireland, giving green trouble. By the time green gets to my large army, they will be very thin. Green's down to 12 troops. Get 3 now at 15. Put in the 8 take. Take probably and pass. Take probably and pass. Oh, they do a split. Interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that would have made sense. They're trying to... Oh, a third attack for no reason? Sure. Good idea. Waste your 2, and now you'll have 1. Okay. Green's terrible, and green's going to lose. Alright, the orange bot is mostly centered in Scotland. They have a tiny piece in the south of it. No, not too tiny. 4 stacks, not nothing. And they use it. Yep. All my opponents look like they're dwindling with the exception of light blue. So, I'm going to be very predictable and continue my attacks. Should I put 2 there again? Next turn. No rush. I don't want to appear threatening to anybody. So this is good. Right, I finish that corner. I move into this piece, and then I have a line into that territory next turn. And I'll continue to consolidate my armies into one big stack, which will leave me a striking position on the 6th and 7th turns. So the basic theory, just as a review, if you're new here, basic theory for progressive cards is it's not about the continents, it's not as much about the board, it's much more about the cards. So what your matches are worth and when you match, and whether or not you use those matches to eat other people, take their cards, and match again. Yellow has other plans and occupies the center. Interesting. That doesn't really change what I do. I could move into this piece of orange and hook my army around, but it looks like they move out. Cool. Sounds good. So it looks like I'm in a good position to kill yellow. The red bot matches in early and continues their attrition battle with green in Ireland. As much as I would love to see the Emerald Isle turn green today, I think turquoise will have to suffice. And now what does he do? Right? Do you roll a 5 or he rolls an 8 on 1? No, he matches. Cool. Okay, so now green is out of contention for being relevant because they've spent their cards too early. Don't match early. If you absolutely must match early, the only acceptable circumstance is if you are about to die. Good work, green. You've taken over Ireland. You've also made red super weak in the process. So green and red are both the fish. But I can't take them right now. I need to wait until it's worth it for me to do so. And I'm glad he lost that 4. So he's going to move that 6 north. He doesn't. Leaves the 6 locked. Red's at 10 troops, green's at 13. They both have 1 card, and the orange bot also matches in. So we have 3 luck sacks with matches on 3 in a row. This is all fine, but the matching sequence is now up to 8, and red eats it a bit more. None of this changes my plans. The only slight difference I'm going to make is I'm going to stick 1 troop there. I'm going to put the other 2 here because I don't want to occupy the center right away. If yellow has an 11 stack there, I don't want to abut it. I don't want yellow to get any bright ideas and come at me, and that's the thing that loses me games, is having one of my 2 distributed positions pop. Every single player is getting a match on 3. Well, if yellow does it, then I'm really not disincentivized anymore for matching early, right? Because I will get the 15. Right now I'm at the 12. Right, I should be in the 6, 8, 10. I should 4, 6, 8, 10. I should be in the 10 position. I'm already in the 12. Let's see if yellow matches in before me, because then I get the 15. It's a rare occurrence, but when it happens, you can change your thinking. So I'm going to get popped somewhere, sure. And then he pulls back to his big stack too. Or he moves. He moves into the middle. Cool. Okay. Yellow is contending with me in the middle of England. No, he moves north. Good. That's better for me. Good. We don't. Yellow says we don't need to fight each other. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to get an easy take somewhere. I'm not afraid of green. Green still has a buffer zone between me and their precious Ireland. I am afraid of yellow and blue, though, because blue has this big stack, yellow has this big stack. If I occupy the middle now, that will appear too threatening to them. What I want to do is I want to occupy the north, but the problem with that is I have to push through 4 troops of yellow. Which is a bit too expensive. But orange opened me up a road, so I pushed through 2 of them instead. So I'm going this way, because I really don't want to offend green, because we all know getting into attrition battles with noobs is a risky endeavor at best, pun intended. So I'm going to put my army here, which I think is the least offensive of anywhere. I think actually it might just make sense to leave it where it is. I'm in a rock. I'm in between a rock and a hard place, basically, right? I don't want to offend either yellow or blue. Yeah, I think I put it there. I'm fine with that. That's what I do. I'm debating a lot of that tiny fortification. It's splitting hairs, really. But now I am abutting yellow. They do match before me, or they can rather match before me. Let's see if they do. Oh, and blue's a bot. Cool. So I have 2 human opponents left. Blue's big stack just split. Yellow does match, and I think they're going to pop me. No, they escape. Okay, good. Good. If they decided to pop me now, that could have been very bad for my game. And they're going into Wales. They're trying to conquer Wales. They're trying to take that whole continent. No, they're trying to just take as much of the... Oh, okay. Well, good for them. They got red. They have 3 cards, so they're going to be ahead in terms of cards. Maybe I can eat them. No. Yellow made a kill. That's good. I don't want to be in a situation where I die next. Green's going to take my little 1 there, because they've had tunnel vision on Ireland the entire game. Okay, I'm trying to line myself up to kill green. Yellow's going to make that difficult. I do match in. I'll put a couple troops here so that this position is preserved, and I'll be able to take out green next turn. It looks like green's more of a fish than yellow. The alternative thought is maybe it's smart to take yellow out of the north, but I'm trying not to wake the dragon that is my only competent human opponent earlier than I have to. So we got a 15 match. It's worth 2 extra on this territory. Put 5 in there. I'm going to split the rest evenly between my 2 positions. So this gets a 6, and this gets a 7. And I'm going to escape, because I want green to think they're safe. I'm good with this structure. So I have my northern striking position that's going to kill green, but it's not going to do it next turn. Actually, I really should be able... I should set myself up to be able to do that next turn if I want to, so... Let's hope they don't have a match. And I do. I do. Okay, I got the Joker. Can probably kill green if I am clever. And they don't match in. Yellow matches in on their turn. What do they do? They don't. Yellow's the fish. Yellow will be holding 5 cards, and I will eat them and win the game. Cool. Good game. How do I kill yellow most efficiently? I go in through here with my small army, and I hook around with the big one. I just go pop up there. My entire bonus goes into there. I'm lucky I got a match on 3. I get to eat yellow and take all 5 of their cards on my next turn. Green makes it slightly easier for me to do so. I'll wish them a good game now. Green says oops, because maybe he knows he's going to die. But I'm getting yellow first, so... And that's 5 cards match again. Take out green, get 4 cards, and then I eat the bots. How do you kill a 7? What's 100% on 7? 13? Let's see if my math was right. Yep. 13 on 7. Gets her. Gets her done. I really do feel like this new mouse is speeding up my game. Just very solid, very confident. I can execute my moves without any sort of lag or pause. And that's the game. And I believe light blue was a human opponent, so they die. And then we'll see if we get even a rank point out of it. At this stage, you got to go on big runs to rank up when you're in the top 100. So, victory for me, defeating two intermediates and a beginner. And we stay. I likely stay at 50. No, we go to 48. All right, feeling good. Top 50 again. Hope I can stay around here for a bit longer than I did before. But a couple of losses really hurt bad when you're at the heights. So, really hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.